create a class list, click on Power Teacher Pro, then click on the Reports button on the left sidebar and Student Roster. This is the report creation screen. By default, it has just put the name in here. I'll start by making sure that I'm pulling the class list for the group of students that I want. In this case, homeroom, that will do. I'll give it a title, Class List. Now, under the student columns, I can add some things. I'm going to add the student number to the report. So that's going to pull their 5-digit WRPS number along with their name. There's some other things that I can pull in here, as well as some contact options if I want to build a sheet with parent information. On the Students tab, you can add or remove any students from the list if you need to. We are wanting a full list here, so we won't do anything there. And then on the Format page, I want to change this to portrait or landscape, but I also want to make sure I change this to Excel. That'll make it easy to work with in Google. Go ahead and run the report. It will appear over on the reports here. You can see that it's running. If you click on the reports button and go to the report queue, your report will be there when it's finished. So I can see that this one's done because the little check mark is there. And if I click on it, it's going to download that spreadsheet to my device right there. Now, over in my Google Drive, I can see that download there. I just drag it into my Google Drive and it's going to upload it here. And then when I open it up, it'll open it up in Google Sheets for me. So now I can manipulate this download out of Power Teacher. And there are those student ID numbers right there. And those ID numbers, in addition to at wrps11.ca, makes the student email addresses. So I can type that in here and then drag it all the way down my class list in a column next to those IDs. And then we're just going to work a little bit of formula magic here. If you type in equal sign and then the cell number B2 ampersand C2, it's going to combine those two together to create those email addresses. Asks me if I want it auto-filled. I say yes. Now I have taken those and made them into email addresses. Now these are running on a formula. So if I delete this, for example, they disappear. So after I run that formula, I want to just select these again. And I'm going to copy and then go right back in there and do a special paste, values only. Now these are just the email addresses. If I go ahead and get rid of this, they stay there. So now I'm going to click this column and click on the data and split text to columns. That's just going to divide their names for me. It naturally did it based on the column that was there. I can slip the first names over on the other side of the last. Now I've got a nice and neat class list with first names in a column, last names in a column, and then also the student email addresses. You'll notice when you hover over these email addresses that the little contact information card pops up. So if you've ever done a Google form with your students, you forgot to collect the names, just so you know, if you pull those out as a spreadsheet, when you hover over top, you can actually see who that email address belongs to.